everybody. Hi. There we go. Hi, my name is Jenna, and I'm just going to give a couple instructions before we march over to City Hall. We've got a couple of marshals who are going to keep us safe and together. Can I invite all of our marshals to raise their hands really big? Awesome. So these folks are going to keep us together and safe. We're going to walk out of the entrance of the park onto Superior Street. We're going to stay on the sidewalk at that time, go up second, and take a left on first, and then we're at City Hall. Easy peasy. We're going to go slow, we're going to stay together, and we're going to invite our water protectors and Indigenous leaders to lead us, to be at the front, along with our banner. At City Hall, we'll have a lineup of speakers, we will have music, some more drumming, there will be food, and we'll enjoy some time together. We'll also invite folks to make some art. So here
Wonderful.
we go.
Thank you all so much for being here. It's awesome to see so many people out here supporting the movement. Stop Line 3! The Stop Line 3 Earth Day for Future Generations Rally and Celebration. This event This event was put together by a coalition of organizers and activists. These organizations include Honor the Earth, Sierra Club, Take Action Minnesota, Camp McEasy, MPIRG, Loaves and Fishes, Duluth Youth for Climate Justice, and MN 350. We would like to start with a land acknowledgement by highlighting that this city of so-called Duluth is on traditional Anishinaabe territory. Anishinaabe people are leading the fight against the exploitation and desecration that Line 3 is bringing to northern Minnesota. And the stories of the original people of this land are the ones we must be centering and listening to. We are fighting to protect the land, the water, the sacred wild rice, and our communities. We are fighting the only option to ensure a healthy planet for future generations is stopping Line 3. This fight includes you. So I want to thank every one of you for showing up and using your voices. Before we get into our powerful lineup of speakers, I want to tell you all about a direct action that went down yesterday. Yesterday, 5 brave water protectors locked down to barrels full of concrete, blocking the Swatara pump station. They halted construction for nearly 4 hours. This action was in conjunction with Earth Day, as is this event happening today. Earth Day, every day is Earth Day, and actions like this are how we truly stand up and protect the planet. Enbridge claims that they are taking a construction break from April 1st to June 1st, but they have continued to work on pump stations and other projects. If Enbridge won't stop, we won't either. Right. 8-9-2-7-7-4-5-6. It's not easy to put your body on the line. Michelle Nar-Obed lives at the Hildegard House, part of the Catholic worker community in occupied Ojibwe territory now called Duluth. In 2019, she and 3 other Catholic workers calling themselves the 4 necessity valve turners turned off the oil on Line 3 and Line 4 at a block valve site just outside Grand Rapids.
To see new faces joining this. I first wanted to start by saying a little bit about this Earth Day thing. I did a little research into it to see how and when and where and why this thing started, this Earth Day thing started. And I found out that there was a precursor to this. It was a series of teach-ins on college campuses across the U.S. And the idea for these teach-ins came from a two-term Wisconsin governor, Gaylord Nelson. And why? Why did he do this? Well, he was apparently very moved by the prophetic writings in the book Silent Spring by Rachel Carson. And I'm going to date myself here. I started high school in 1970, so I'm very familiar with this book and this time. He was equally moved by the saturation coverage that was given to the Santa Barbara oil spill of 1969 and by the Cayuga River catching on fire, also in 1969. And he recognized that these were distress calls from our Mother Earth, and he wanted to raise the voice of our Mother Earth so that more would hear her cries and hopefully act. And he really didn't get much of a response from the college contingency, not as much as he hoped for. So on April 22nd in 1970, he launched Earth Day. It was a nationwide event which brought out about 20 million people across the U.S. in nonviolent demonstration and direct action in recognition and protection of the Earth. It eventually became a global day of recognition and a call for direct action and protest against corporate and government polluters and bullies. But over these 51 years, that distress call has been usurped, heard by the powers, and usurped and translated in such a way that all resolution continues to benefit the exploiters. Policies, laws, security forces, economic incentives all work to protect the corporate giants who exploit and commodify for their own profit with no end. And civil society, with all of our nonprofits and left-wing political thinking, has been made silent and made impotent as they fight each other for the crumbs that the empire throws at them to make sure that they never really become a threat to the exploitation. So I saw this post last week. It says, the indigenous communists, they say, land back. And the settler leftists, they say, what does that mean? 2 words, it goes on to say. They want their land back. Yep. You know what it means. You don't think they should have their land back because your self-interest overrides your communism. Yep. Admit it. We got to think about that. Because our Mother Earth continues to cry out. She continues to tell us in no uncertain terms what she needs and what she expects from us. We are her family. We're part of her. She is sick, and therefore we are too. She knows how to heal herself, and she'll heal us if we let her. She's not our resource, and we're not in control of her. So let's just take a moment at this monster that's in our backyard, this black snake. Let's just take a moment to think about how our liberal progressive powers that be are addressing this, particularly now. And not only is this called Earth Day, this is a whole week. We got a whole week of Earth, of respecting the Earth. And what are they telling us to do? Pick up the plastic down on the shores. Clean up your alleys. Clean up the neighborhoods. Spruce up your storefronts. And then make sure you pay your taxes. And so we will then take all this money and we'll invest it in Wells Fargo for you, who is the very reason, who is supporting Enbridge, and is the very reason that we're picking up all this goddamn plastic.
Damn straight.
Even China won't take our plastic to recycle it. It's going to a landfill. Oh wait, and there's more. What else are these people telling us to do? Welcome the climate refugees. Why? Because we have a climate-friendly city. But oh my God, don't tell them that they're about to live in the kill zone. That we have a kill zone, thank you to the Husky Energy plant over there, that is taking Enbridge's oil and using hydrogen fluoride, a very deadly compound, to make higher octane gasoline for us. This is what we're facing. No matter how hard we try with our good intentions and good deeds, we will never be able to stop these unhealthy, unsustainable, and deadly actions as long as we overtly or covertly contribute to the system that sustains this empire. We need to give this land back to the ones who can still understand, who thrive, who
That's
can
right.
live with love and healthy relationships, and who are still willing to share that encoded wisdom with the rest of us who have lost our way and have lost our ability to understand. We need to give it back. In the meantime, we're all asking to join bodies and minds and spirits together to protect our Mother Earth, not just on Earth Day or during Earth Week, but every day that these threats to her existence and our existence as well are in our midst. Join us in the many water protector camps in our area. Listen to and trust the people that still understand the language of our Mother Earth. And do this not out of your political ambitions or organizational recognition, but do it with love and respect and courage and honesty and wisdom and integrity and truth. These are the 7 teachings of the Ojibwe people. Listen to them. Finally, let us say loudly and boldly so that our Mother Earth and our sacred water over there can hear us. Say it with me. Boots! Boots!
Boots on the ground!
We're here!
We're here
to shut
the shit down!
Thank you so much, Michelle. That was absolutely incredible. Our next speaker we have is Tanya Albid. Tanya is an Anishinaabe water protector from a village called East Lake and is currently the 1855 treaty host at the Welcome Water Protector Center in Palisade on the Mississippi River.
Forgive me, Shakanashi Moen. Black snake killers!
Black snake killers!
Snake killers!
Black snake killers!
What are we gonna do? Stop line 3!
Stop line 3!
Stop line 3!
Stop line 3!
I want to say miigwech to all of you who have showed up here and put your bodies on the front lines over here in Duluth, Minnesota. Over in north of Palisade, Minnesota, we are at one of the crossings across the Mississippi River where we are preventing a drill from going under the river there. I've been there since November 23rd of last year. And I've been hanging out there watching what Enbridge has been doing thus far. And what I have noticed is that they have put the pipes under the ground in the most impoverished counties by the reservations or on native lands. But what they forgot to do is recognize our treaty lands in the 1855 treaty territories.
That's right.
When I went to the Public Utilities Commission's meetings and Enbridge put their maps up there, they did not recognize the Anishinaabe people at all, or the reservation, or the treaty boundaries. I'm up there to show them and tell them they have no jurisdiction. Minnesota or Aiken County law enforcement and the Minnesota DNR, I tell them every single day they have no jurisdiction. They have no right to be able to put that pipe in the ground.
That's right.
They did not receive the permission from the Ojibwe Warrior Society. I appreciate the Ojibwes, the Anishinaabe of these lands who are here standing in front of me. I encourage you to get more of our Anishinaabe people up on the lines to help protect these lands. We have a lot of non-native allies out there. We've had over 250 people arrested already in Aiken County. They are doing trumped up charges on us over there. Everything from being on the critical infrastructure. I'm facing 6 of them. critical infrastructure, harassment, public nuisance, being at an unlawful assembly, and all that. I remind them and keep telling them they have no jurisdiction. We are the original people of these lands, and what we say goes. They don't recognize that the treaties are the supreme laws of the lands. Each day I'm asked, well, which one is your favorite treaty? Dude, do you know how many tribes and bands are out there that have a treaty with the federal government? And
finally, today we have two water collectors here to speak on behalf of the patient right now under Cam McGeevy.
Hello all, my name is Thomas. This is my comrade Anastasia. We are water protectors from Camp McGeevy. Thank you for your applause. When you smoke cigarettes, I know that there's a lot of smokers here in the crowd, and it's, you know, a good way to deal with stress sometimes, but be sure to throw them into the right receptacles. Just because nicotine is a very known insecticide, it kind of drains out the soil, and it's probably responsible for colony collapse disorder, because you throw it on your cigarette butt wherever in the city. It's a tiny little piece of paper, but that gets in the rainwater, and the rainwater gets in the drains. Whether it's going into the natural water cycle or the industrial water cycle, it's sterilizing our plants. It's causing defoliation, and it's killing pollinating species. But I liked what someone said earlier about eco-fascism and not trying to blame the individual consumer. What I want to talk about today is a little bit about how I'm feeling. I'm pretty tired, I'm pretty stressed out, and that is because when you try and do something radical that shouldn't be radical, like stand for the water, it subjects you to police surveillance, domestic surveillance, and police brutality. What I've experienced in my month standing for the water and for the rivers is only a fraction what a lot of indigenous land protectors have been dealing with their entire lives. And I want to just talk about Earth Day itself. It's a kind of good day to get out and go to a park and pick up trash, but I think that there's kind of like an unfathomable mourning that kind of comes with it, that we're celebrating Earth on a dying Earth, and everything we do, and the kind of like the way capitalism organizes our lives is that we're always taking, and we're always wasting, and we're always leaving behind garbage that will truly outlive us. But there are regions of the ocean that haven't been explored by humans that are covered with plastic trash that will be there for hundreds of years. When we take a day off for Labor Day, we don't really think about the trade unionists who organized and were tear gassed, or their leaders who were hung. We may take off a day for MLK Day and not go to school, but we don't think about the fact that MLK was murdered, trying to awaken the moral conscience of a nation. And so was Fred Hampton, and so is Malcolm X, and so is Medgar Evers, and so are so many others still trying to awaken this nation's moral conscience. And we take a day off for Earth Day, but we don't think about the nuns and industry insiders who spoke out, like Karen Silkwood, and the millions of indigenous mothers and two-spirited kin who have been murdered by the lumber, coal, nuclear, and fossil fuel industries. So I would like to take a moment of silence to remember them and remember this incomprehensible loss that has presupposed us, and this past that has informed our present. say it in our chants. What do we do when our land is under attack?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do when our land is under attack?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do when our land is under attack?
Stand up, fight back.
I'm going to need all of you to be saying that as many times as you can. I'm going to need all of you to put actions behind your words. I'm going to need you guys to fight back. I'm going to need you guys to do something radical because we are engaged in a war for the dawn. It is our duty to fight. It is our duty to win. All power to the people.
Thank you to all of the powerful speakers today, and also special thanks to the Cedar Creek Drum Group again. It was absolutely wonderful. Please now take a look at the handouts that were passed out. There are instructions for how to donate to the Line 3 Legal Defense Fund that really needs your support, and supporting the actual water protectors that are tied up in the legal system for putting their bodies on the line to stop the black snake. There are also opportunities to sign petitions and a way to join a group of people in Duluth committed to stopping this pipeline through direct action. Taking collective action together that centers the voices of Indigenous people is the only way that we will stop Line 3. I want to thank everyone for coming out today to celebrate Earth Day and for taking a stand against the destruction that Enbridge's Line 3 is causing. Please feel free to stick around and grab some food, make some art. There's screen printing over here, bring your own fabric, but I know they have a couple extra things, as well as just have conversations with each other and listen to music. And if the drums could sing a travel song, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, you did.